Hi guys, hope you're all doing fine. Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new. I'm Kirsty. Today I'm going to be doing a little book review for you guys. As you all know, I've been in shielding for almost 5 months now, so it's given me a lot of time to read, and I am I just love reading. I love going to bed at 9 o'clock with my book, cozying in, and then by the time I know it, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I have been reading a few books during lockdown, and I thought I would share them with you guys and let you know what my thoughts are. So I bought all these books myself, and all the thoughts and opinions about them are my own. You might not agree. I know everyone's different from what they like to read, different styles of writing. So I hope you enjoy this little review. Also, before I start, I just realised I bought new foundation online, obviously because I've not been able to go to the shops, and it's kind of making my face a slightly different colour to my neck. So I apologise for that, but hey, what can a girl do? No one's going to see me except you guys anyway. So we'll get started with the first book, and that is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. Now, I have wanted this book ever since it was written, but I think it only came out in hardback at the beginning. Well, that's what the guy in Waterston's told me, and I hate a hardback. I just can't read a hardback book, and I can't read a Kindle, and I don't know if it's the same thing. So now it's out in paperback. So excited! So I bought all my books on Amazon, and I knew I wanted this one, so I typed it in. I really enjoyed reading this book. It's a murder mystery whodunit. I'll basically tell you the basic plot, try not to give you any spoilers. So it's about a group of friends who all met at university. They're all coupled up except one, and they go away every New Year to a different place and spend New Year together. So this year they chose to go to a remote Scottish estate up in the Scottish Highlands and rent the lodges, and they have full access to the big house and the whole estate, and there's 2 members of staff there to look after them. There's a gamekeeper and the housekeeper, and it transpires they're not the only guests over New Year. So they get snowed in and someone gets murdered. It all goes a bit crazy, and it's a kind of whodunit. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. Whodunit. And it's written from the perspective of each character. So you really get to know the characters, and the character development is fantastic. And you think you get to know the characters, and then a little bit more through the book you get another little twist, and it is really good. The other thing I would say what I like about it is the scenery, like the scenes that she sets, so you can literally feel like you're sitting there with them having dinner, or you're up the hill with them going out to shoot a stag. It's just, I don't know if it's because I know that area roughly, which they've written the book about, where they've set it, but I just felt like I was there, and it was, you just, literally I read this book in a week, and I know I'm getting quite excited about it, but I'd waited so long to read it. So if you like a sort of whodunit murder mystery, it's not very fast paced. It does build up. There's a lot of build up in it, a lot of learning your characters. So if you like to know your characters in a book, then this is really good. And it's got lots of twists and turns, so you're always kept reading, which I love. I hate a book that takes ages to get into. So I would give this 9 out of 10. And as you can see, I don't know, it's got big writing, so it makes it even easier to read. 9 out of 10 if you like a wee murder mystery. Definitely buy this book. So the second book is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Now, this came as a suggestion from the other one, so I had no idea what this book was about or if I was going to even enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I think if you like a bit of fast-paced thriller with lots of suspension and lots of build-up, you'll love this book. It's about a young nanny. She takes a job in Scotland with a family of 3 girls. On her first week, she is left completely alone to look after the girls. She does have the housekeeper who comes in, and there's like a handyman, but that's the only people who are close to where the house is and who she sees on a daily basis. And when she's given the job, the boss tells her, you know, we've gone through a lot of staff, the house is a bit haunted. So there, boom, that's already in your brain. So when she's, and boom, in her brain as well. So there's a lot of suspense and build up from that. So if you like a haunted house kind of book, this is quite good as well. And it's written from her, from the prison. It's her writing to her lawyer to explain to him exactly what happened in those days and that she wasn't the murderer, because there's a murder too. I mean, it's got it all going on, this book, for, you know, not even a thick book. It's got it going on, and it catches you from the very beginning. So, yeah, I mean, thanks Amazon. I probably never ever, excuse me, would have read this book, but I did, and it was really good. So if you like a fast-paced thriller, suspense, build-up book, if you like the Scottish Highlands and anything about them, and if you like ghost stories, you're going to like this book. So for this one, I would give maybe 8.5 out of 10. So the last novel I've been reading, again, was a suggestion by Amazon, and it's Kate Atkinson's The Big Sky. Now, when I started this one, I didn't realise that it's a part of a series, the Jackson Brodie series. So she obviously writes about this private detective, Jackson Brodie, and there's obviously other books in the series of it. I didn't know this, but it didn't matter to the book. It didn't make any difference that I didn't know this, so that was fine. I almost gave up on this book because there are about 3 or 4 different subplots, side stories, and I was getting confused between them, and they kept flicking back and forth between them. And then about halfway, just over halfway of the book, they start coming together, and boom, from that moment on, I couldn't put this book down. It was fast-paced, brilliant suspense, really, really good. But up until that point, I was thinking, where's this going? So on that note, if you are reading this book and you are feeling the same, then don't give up on it, because it gets really, really good. And you probably will enjoy it, which I ended up doing. Didn't think I was going to. So I would give this one maybe a 7.5, just because of the slow start. But if I was to, I don't know, if I was to give it for the story and when it all comes together, it's probably like a 8.5, 9. So that's that one there. Now, when I'm reading my novels, I also like to have a side book, but not another story, but like a sort of fact book. So I've been reading like how to tie knots and stuff like that. But the 2 really good ones I thought you guys might be interested in is the first one I was suggested to buy. I was diagnosed with endometriosis at the end of last year, and I was suggested this, and it is Endometriosis, the Expert's Guide to Treat, Manage and Live Well with Your Symptoms by Professor Andrew Horne and Carol Pearson. And it is basically like everything you need to know about endometriosis, what it is, what it does to you, the symptoms, talks to you about going through all the hospital appointments, all the different treatments, ways that you can change your lifestyle to sort of manage your symptoms. It says on the back how to overcome your symptoms and live a better life, and I think that's a bit of a push, because I don't think you can overcome your symptoms, but it does help you learn how to live with them. And it is, again, easy reading. I would really recommend this if you're new to endometriosis, because I know a lot of people get diagnosed like me and that's it, you've got endometriosis. You don't get told anything else. But this book does go into a lot of explanation. It's also a really good book for like your partner or your family or friends, you know, if you're wanting to explain it to them if they're unaware of what it is. This is a really good book for doing that. I found it really helpful. And I also felt like putting a sticker on it and sending it to the doctors who sat and told me, your pain is in your head, and this is 100%, I'm 100% sure this is not gynecological. So maybe he should read this book, and it might have led to a quicker diagnosis rather than 7 years. But it is good, you know, give it to your family and friends and they'll be like, oh, so this is what it is after all this time. Read it yourself. So that's that one. And another one I was recommended was this one by Ray Owen, Living with the Enemy. And it's about living with chronic illness. Not a specific chronic illness, but just in general chronic illness, and how CBT therapy can help. So it basically goes through all the CBT stuff and gives you little tasks to do and little exercises to do, and it's helping you build up in your mind a little toolbox of what you can use when things are really, really bad, and to help you basically deal with stuff. It is really, I'm not going to lie, that's all I've read. It is really hard going. It's quite intense, it's a lot to take in, and the exercises, like, you have to do them or you don't actually get the benefit of what you've just read. But it is good. I mean, I think when I've finished it, I'll be really happy that I've read it, and I'll have a lot more knowledge about stuff and how to, you know, change my mindset, whatever, with my chronic illness. And yeah, so if you're looking for some kind of self-help book, this is it, or this is one of them. As a self-help book, I would probably give it, so far, like 8 out of 10. I've not finished reading it, but I can always come back to this one and talk about it more once I've finished. So guys, that is it. That is the book review of my shielding so far. I absolutely love reading, and I get all my books on Amazon. There's probably other places to buy books, but I like the click, 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 delivered to your door within a couple of days with Amazon. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know and I can do more like this. If you haven't, also let me know and I won't do any more. If you have enjoyed it and you want to stick around for a while, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And I hope you all have a very good day and get outside because the sun is shining and I'm headed outside right now. Okay guys, you take care. Bye bye now.